Year 4 has been incredibly up and down so far, and we're coming off our toughest stretch of the season. We came into the All-Star break with a very good run of form, winning a lot of our games, like 8 and 10 games we were winning going into the All-Star break, but then, because of that, it halted all of our momentum. And now coming out of the All-Star break, we have only won 3 out of 11 games since then, with our third win coming last episode in overtime against the Dallas Mavericks. But now we have the home stretch, the last 4.5 weeks of the season, and we have gone from 3rd place in the conference to only 6th place, now trying to fight our way out of a play-in tournament spot and keep ourselves in a top 6 seed. And we have some big games coming up these last 4 weeks too, because we have games against Portland, Golden State twice, the Spurs, Dallas in a rematch in Dallas, and then we got to face Portland to close the year as well. All of these teams are right now above us in the standings, so we have to win at least half of those matchups to really give ourselves a chance. But also, we have to beat the teams that are below 500, like the Kings, who are 22-45, or the Grizzlies, who are 32-35, because we have not played well against those kinds of teams. We lost 2 in a row against the Pelicans, who are 9 games below 500. We face them again in a couple of weeks' time. And we also played really horribly in the NBA Cup. We were not even close to making the NBA Cup final. It's going to be a Warriors-Nets matchup, but we went 7-8 in these games, and that was all against Western Conference teams. You cannot play that poorly against your own conference if you want a chance to be in the top 6 and miss out on the play-in tournament because you earn a top 6 seed. So, we have 2 very important episodes to close the year, starting with this one. We're going to face off against the Warriors here on the road. They are currently the #1 team in the conference, and I believe in the NBA as well. They are a game and a half up on the Rockets, who are also very good. Then there's a big gap between them and Portland, who is in 3rd place right now. So some key games coming up. We're going to sim only 3 games here in this one, and then we'll close the season next time with that final game against Portland, or maybe a rematch against Golden State or Dallas if that game is more important. We'll see how things shake out and go from there. But we'll also look at some of the prospects in this next draft class, but I'm not going to spend too much time on that because we don't have any draft picks in this next class, but I will at least go through the top couple of players like Darius Williams, Corey Carter, and Xavier Green. But we also made one change last episode to bring in Kylan Moore in our starting 5 again as the center and move Williams to our bench. And despite a poor shooting day from John Cobb, he made a couple of big plays late, and Kylan Moore was great on offense and defense with 5 blocks, 25 points, and 14 rebounds en route to that overtime victory. A really big comeback win after trailing by 16 points in the 4th quarter. And that was a big win just to get ourselves back on track and hopefully sort of new run of form and just, get back in the win column and hopefully just give us a chance to get back to where we were before the All-Star break. And after simming 2 games, Mark Williams has been injured in practice, and he's going to miss the rest of the season with a right humerus fracture. That is essentially a broken arm for Mark Williams, and now we could be in trouble with our bench. Now it's going to be James Wiseman being given a lot of minutes behind Kylan Moore, and that is a huge loss, not only for our rebounding, but also our defense, because we have seen James Wiseman play pretty poorly on defense. Williams, not so much. And now he's going to miss the rest of the year and probably won't come back in the playoffs either. That is not good at all. That will leave us with Yabusele off the bench at power forward instead, so it'll still be Jarris Walker and Kylan Moore for the most part, but for about 10 minutes per game, we're going to see Gershon Yabusele get some playing time. And now James Wiseman gets 21 minutes off the bench whenever Moore is not in at the 5. Just a huge loss for our entire team. We have won both games since the Dallas game, so that makes 3 in a row, but now we got a game against the Wizards, and we win that one as well. So a huge win streak right now entering this game against Golden State. We have 41 wins on the year. In this first game against Memphis, we only take it by 3 points, but a win nonetheless. 20 for Ja Morant, 28 for Dylan Young. Is he in store for a starting role to close the year? Maybe so. Another poor day for John Cobb shooting-wise, but did have 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and passed the ball very well. Just a rough day shooting-wise for a bunch of our young talent and Jarris Walker, but we do win this game with some pretty good three-point shooting. Then we beat the Portland Trail Blazers, a pretty huge win here. This one comes at home. 33 for Cobb, getting back on track. 7 assists, 3 steals. 15 and 10 now for Dylan Young. 14 for Kylan Moore, 14 for Williams, 13 for Connect, and 9 assists for David Dennis. Anthony Simons drops 36, but nobody else shot too well for the Trailblazers. And now, looks like the Warriors did beat the Nets in the NBA Cup final, but we take down the Wizards and win our 4th straight game. 22 for Terry, 25, 6 and 6 for Cobb, 3 blocks as well. Great job to just play some good outside defense. 5 assists for David Dennis. A lot of assists for the entire team. We had 30 in total here in this one, and we hold the Wizards to 37% shooting from the field and are out to a pretty low scoring win. But now we are 5th in the conference. We have only a handful of games left. It looks like we have 10 or so games left, maybe 11 games left. And we are a game ahead of the Spurs, who are right now in the 6th place. The Thunder right now are the first team in the play-in tournament. They are 2 games back from us. We are 2.5 back from the Mavericks. So our most likely spot is probably going to be 5 or 6, which means that we have to just outperform the Spurs and Thunder to close the year, and we will secure a top 6 seed. And now it seems that the Warriors have been usurped as the 1 seed by Houston. They trail now by 2 games, so it's been kind of a rough last couple of weeks for the Warriors. Can we get them on a bad day? They come in at 49 and 23. We come in 41 and 30. This game has huge implications for where we're going to end up to close the year. I might sim a couple of games after this one just to see what game we should jump into in our finale of year 4, because we got to find the right game to watch that will have the biggest impact on our playoff seeding. But this one will have a pretty big impact too, because we're facing off against one of the top conference teams. I am curious though, should we consider starting Dylan Young over Connect? Connect has shot way better, like 30% better than Young has. He's been way better from 3. But Young has been better on defense. He's been better passing-wise. He gets more rebounds. We have seen him play very well throughout the year, these last couple weeks especially. I think I'm going to wait to make that change. I mean, we have won 4 games in a row. I typically don't want to make a change when we are on a win streak. So let's go face the Warriors on the road and see if we can keep this win streak up and hopefully just, stay hot and close the year strong. So here we go in the Chase Center in the Bay Area, folks. The number 2 conference team against the number 5 conference team here in the West. And this game has a lot of playoff seeding implications. It'll also be our first look at Melo Kiel. So we thought about drafting, but we instead took Dylan Young with our second first-round pick. And there he is right there. Melo Kiel's starting right now for Golden State. And tip-off is officially underway here in San Francisco, folks. Huge game. Gonna watch the entirety of it. First shot comes from Dalton Connect. It's no good. but got to get him some early looks here and, get him on track after a poor shooting day in our last showcase game. The Warriors also have Brandon Podziemski, Steph Curry, obviously, alongside Jonathan Kuminga and Robert Williams. The Time Lord, Steph Curry, gets the scoring started. Cobb has it, waiting for a screen. Steps back, fades away, and the shot's not going to go. High ball screen sets. Keels leaves it for Kuminga at the rim, left it short. Good low post defense there by Jarris Walker. Isolation for Cobb, a couple of dribble moves on Podziemski, but he can't shake him. Takes him inside instead, and will score our first points. Screen set by the Time Lord. He gets backdoor behind Colin Moore for his first bucket. A former Aztec with an early score against his former team. Under 5 on the clock. Cobb's open, catch and shoot 3, and we're all tied up at 5. And now Kuminga's wide open on the other end. Were we in a 2-3 defense? Not sure, but I will keep my eye out for that because last episode we saw us try that against Dallas, and it did not work at all. So if we're going to try it again, it's not going to work. And we turn the ball over on the very next play. David Dennis lost the handle. Curry drives it and is fouled by Moore, who was trying to help out. Head coach Horace James not happy with the call. First one no good from Curry, a rare miss at the line for him. His numbers have come down to earth the last couple of seasons as he has kind of gotten older, obviously, but he's off to a pretty good start. He's already got 4 points. Island Moore leaves it for David Dennis, who passed up the open 3. Now Connect has to find something. Blows by Keels, but misses the bunny. That's a brutal miss right there. We are playing a 2-3 zone. Why are we doing this so often now? We do strip it away, and it's stolen by John Cobb. Melo Keels with that turnover. Connect pulls up, but he has yet to hit a shot. Up to Curry on the fast break. Wide open triple. He's not going to miss those. It's 12-5 early for the Warriors. And now we lost it again. This time it's Connect who has it picked away, but Curry can't hit the step-back jumper on the other end. And it's still a 7-point Golden State lead. Can the offense get going here? Couple turnovers, couple of missed open shots, but there's a bucket for Kylan Moore, his first points here in this one. But a 3-for-7 start, a couple of misses by Connect. He's over 3 to start the game. Got to get him better looks, and hopefully he can just knock those down and get back on track here. Here's Keels inside the elbow with the pull-up. Moore spins below the basket. Can't get it to go, but tracks it down and keeps the ball alive with the Aztecs. Now Connect drives and is fouled by Keels. It's the first against him, first against Golden State. Connect so far this season, 84% at the line, but he misses the front end. He's not off to a good start. Still got to fix those shoes. He goes 1 for 2. Out to Curry. Picked up by David Dennis, who picks his pockets. Dennis will not shoot the open 3, will instead just step it back and nail the midi. Baseline drive. Curry blocked out of bounds. Guess who? Kylan Moore had 5 in our last showcase game. And already a nice play right there defensively, but now he's going to be moved to power forward, and a Wiseman comes in at the 5 spot. Dylan Young making his first appearance here in this game. Now a wide open 3 for Podziemski, and luckily no good, but his 2-3 defense, I'm not a fan. Out to Cobb for the open shot. That one's going to go as well. He's got 8. Now it's fed outside. Jonathan Kuminga can't respond, and Cobb rips down the rebounds. A bucket will put us in the lead. Dennis up and under, missed it, but tracks it down. Wiseman, open look, no good. And it goes back the other way to Golden State. Fast break three for Curry. And out. Cobb leaves it for Dennis. Screen comes up from Moore. He gets the ball inside, over the top. Great assist right there. Our first lead, 15-14. A 10-2 run the last couple minutes. Off ball screen setting up. Curry steps back. Over Cobb, yes. Dennis dashes inside. Good pass back out to Colin Moore for the triple. But the open look's not going to drop in. Kuminga, coast to coast. Got the bucket plus the foul. That's the first on David Dennis. The second against the team. And the free throw from Kuminga is out. Rozier now in for the Aztecs. His first shot is laced from deep, and we're tied again. Buchanan cuts right down the middle. Rozier is there. That's a pretty bad miss, though, by Buchanan. Here's Dylan Young with it. He's doubled. Wiseman pulls the trigger from behind the arc. That's not his shot. And we get it right back off a steal. Just stole it away from Curry to Dylan Young. And now a mismatch for James Wiseman against his former team. The bucket is good. Curry blows by Cobb. Good pass back out to Kuminga, who has to corral the bobble. And they have to reset on offense. Podziemski has it with time counting down. Trying to size up Dylan Young. Can't shake him loose. The three is offline. Another mismatch for Wiseman. He finds the open man. He blows by Kuminga, and Jarris Walker with a nice driving take. Buchanan floats it up. Knocked away by Jarris Walker. Very good defense and offense by him so far. Just being efficient on both ends. Now it's Cobb with it. He's going to drive on Curry, and help is there! Robert Williams with the rejection. Young with the foul on the other end. And it's free throws for Podziemski. Front ends. Nothing but nets. They bring in Robinson. Melo Keel's back on the floor. And it's a 2-point ball game. Eyeball screen from Wiseman. He rolls inside and readjusts through the air to finish over Robinson. Great play right there. The assist goes to Rozier. Top of the key, now floated inside. Buchanan shielding off Rozier with the hip. And right now, both teams are keeping pace with each other. Gonna try this pick and roll again. And it's gonna work. No, it's not. Wiseman lost it trying to dunk it in. He had it stripped from behind by Robinson. And now the Warriors a chance to tie or take the lead here in the winning moments of the first quarter. But we get it back off a bad pass. Rozier left for Wiseman. He stuffs it in this time. Great play. Buchanan drives, hop steps, blocked. Denial from James Wiseman. Jarris Walker trying to push the tempo. Aztecs lead by 6. Fading away over Walker, and a perfect shot dropped in by Kuminga. He's got 7 points on 3 for 5 shooting. Inside to Christie. Back out to Connects. Wiseman the pick. Connect fires a triple, but still is yet to find his offensive rhythm. 0 for 4 now from the fields. And the Warriors will have the final shot of the first quarter. Kuminga has a mismatch and misses the shot. And the Aztecs will lead after one, 28-24. Start of the second quarter belongs to the Warriors, and Buchanan's shot is not going to go from downtown. We got Kylan Moore back out there alongside Rozier, Young, Walker, and Cobb, as Walker's three won't go, and the tip is recovered by Winston. Up to Buchanan, quick three, and that's not going to go either. Mismatch down low, Moore wants it. Hop stepping over two defenders. The hook's not going to drop in. Nello Keels, a foot on the line. No, I guess it wasn't. Behind the line. And the Warriors are back within 1 point. It's left for Cobb. His three is drilled.
3 points.
We're still in a zone. Cobb got there late. And Jordan Hawkins responds with that triple. Cobb tries again. This time it won't drop. But he steals it right back off a bad pass by Robinson. He'll take it himself for the deuce. Good pass out to Winston. His three in and out. Hawkins coming off a 6 for 10 day against Portland, but that was a loss for the Warriors. So a big win by Portland just a couple days ago. And now Kylan Moore's doubled again. Two guards doubling him. Good pass to Rozier. Extra pass to Cobb. His three is going to drop in from the corner. And he's got 16 points already. Almost stole it. Buchanan, though, has a free path to the rim. Wiseman in the game with the screen. The shot from Dennis is offline. Mismatch down low. Winston sees it. He feeds Robinson. Double comes. Buchanan, extra pass. Keels in the corner. Yes. Cobb has it. Fading over. Hawkins in and out. Inside. Good penetration by Buchanan. Now back out to Winston for the three. Robinson pulls down the miss. Buchanan blows by Young, but misses the lay-in. Lucky break for our defense. Yabusele on the other end. Hoop and the harm.
Defensive foul.
His first time on the court here in this game, and first time on the court in quite a while. And already has a nice impact here on the offensive ends. His free throw is good. Curry back in for Golden State. Working against Cobb, pulling up. Wow. And we nearly turn the ball over. Cobb keeps possession, fires a triple, and it finds the bottom of the net. Time Lord calling for it down low, over Yabusele. Front rim and out. Dennis lobs it out of bounds. Last 5 games for Dylan Young, a 62% shooting from the field, and has been great from downtown as well. Maybe he deserves a chance over Connect, given how Connect has performed here in these last 2 episodes. Buchanan nearly lost it. Good pressure here by Dennis. Now Curry's got it inside. He backs it out. Time winding down. Has to fire. The shot's not going to go. Moore with it. Trying to find Cobb backdoor, but it's covered well by Williams. Robinson to Hawkins. Missed it, but gets his own rebound back and keeps it alive with the Warriors. Under 6 to play here in the first half. Robinson, mismatch, but he's blocked anyways by Cobb, but he gets it back in Curry with the putback 3. It's a 1-point game. Cobb, open look, a foot behind the arc. He laces it from deep. He has had a monster first half offensively. High ball screen sets. Buchanan, back to Williams. Open look for Hawkins. It's offline. Now a screen for Dennis. He drives and posters O.J. Buchanan. Behind the arc, Curry feeling himself, but that shot's no good. Good shot contest by John Cobb that time around. Connects back on the floor. Here's Cobb again. That's not going to go. Curry steps back, fading away, in and out. Still trying to go against Cobb here, but so far, Curry has not really been hot from the fields. Here's Moore, calling for it down low. He's doubled. Connect, please. Another miss. That's wide open. And Moore's called for an off-ball personal. Oh, Christie misses the steal, and Podziemski takes advantage with the jam. It's 47-43. I'm already thinking about benching Connect after this game as we almost turn the ball over, because he has just not been shooting very well these last couple games. But Dylan Young has. Now he's in the game. David Dennis out to Walker, has to find a shot, and it's not going to go. Good screen by Kuminga. Keels finds him on the roll, and Walker just got lost there. It's back to one score. Dennis waiting for the pick. Finds Moore at the rim. Blocked by the Time Lord. Now a fast break for the Warriors. Curry, Euro stepping with the bucket and the foul. And the free throw can put them back in the lead for the first time in the quarter. Curry makes no mistake. It's 48-47. Warriors on top. Rozier steps back and finds some space, but he can't stick it from behind the arc. Keels lobs it for Kuminga, not on the same page, through his hands. And we get it back. Moore finds Young below the rim. Rozier up and under, missed it. Moore tracks it down and puts it in. Kuminga shuffles it inside to Williams. Just bad defense right there by Moore. It's not sticking with his man. Young fires a three and drills it. I think we gotta give Dylan Young a chance here to start the rest of the season, because he is outplaying Connect by a long shot. Shot clock under 5. Curry is gonna shoot way behind the arc. It's no good. And Moore pulls down the rebounds. Got to end the half strong as possible, you would have to hope. Cobb's going to try one from deep. That one's not going to go. And the rebound is tipped out to the Time Lord once again. Up to Curry. Baseline. And now back out to Keels. He blows by Young. Fires. Good. Cobb trying to get past Podziemski, drives it, but it's rejected by Robert Williams. And now no shot clock left here in the first half. It's tied at 52. Curry for the lead. Yes! With .2 on the clock, and the Warriors will jump in front at the break, 54-52. What a play to close the first half.
The visiting team, 52.
The second half begins. 22 first half points for Cobb, 20 for Steph Curry, and now he's got 23 on the day. Open three for Walker, but he can't respond. And the Warriors pull down the miss. Our threes have not been online except for John Cobb pretty much. That's it. Curry fades, missed it, but it's tipped in by Williams. He has been really good on the glass and on defense all day long. And the Warriors lead by 7 points. Cobb backdoor, got the lay-in to go. The assist goes to the first overall pick. Heels, drives it, and is fouled by Connect. He has just not really been too good here. Has not played good defense and has shot pretty horribly. Just like against Dallas an episode ago. Keels goes 2 for 2 at the line. And the Warriors are trying to pull away here in this third quarter. Trying to dribble past Podziemski now. It's Cobb with it. He gives up on that attempt. Connect will try it behind the arc and has yet to hit a shot. But we get it right back off a steal by Walker. Lobbing it for Dennis through the hands, but Moore tracks it down. Shot clock does not reset, obviously. We got to find something. Jarris Walker's going to have to shoot this. It's a deep 3, and it drops. Big shot right there. Inside to Keels. Quick one. Off the window and good. He's got 14 points. Has yet to miss a field goal attempt. Dennis, a foot inside the arc. No good. So Dennis was not very good last episode either. And so far has not shot the ball well here in this one. And Podziemski drops in a 3. It's a 9-point lead, and we're going to talk things over. We saw a very similar run by Dallas in our last game in the third quarter to put them up by 16 points. But Cobb's trying to keep us in this ball game. He's got, what is that, 27 points now? Screen sets, Keels into a 3. That's his first miss. Cobb with it. Drives it. Baseline. Left it short. That was a really tough angle. Keels drives it. Leaves it for Kuminga. And he's fouled by Cobb on the drive. Kuminga had a strong first quarter, a quiet second. And he misses the front end here. The back end is gonna drop. Walker leaves it for Cobb, and he connects again from downtown. At least 8 points in all 3 quarters so far. Still 8 minutes left to go in this one. And he is playing lights out, but Keels is doing a great job to keep the Warriors in the lead. Out to Cobb again. Just ride the hot hand. He is fouled on the drive by Kuminga. So Cobb's already got 30, adding to it at the line. We got to keep Cobb in as much as we can because he has been the only source of offense for pretty much the whole game. He's got about half our points. Curry into a 3. It's not going to drop in. Here's our chance to make it a 1-score game for the first time since the opening play of the quarter. Kylan Moore wants it down low. Double team comes. He's going to keep it, but it's blocked by Kuminga. He read that play the entire way. Kuminga drives it. Nearly got the and one. That's number 2 on Cobb. It's been a quiet day offensively for Kylan Moore. There has been really good help defense by Golden State. Really good one-on-one defense by Williams. And we need him to really pick things up here. Same goes for Connect. Open 3. Jarris Walker can't lace it. And the ball's tipped up and tracked down by Melo Keels. But Jarris Walker was our best 3-point shooter against Dallas, but now he has missed most of his shots here in this game. And we still just cannot keep up with the Warriors' offense. Dylan Young now in the ball game. Connect will take a rest. Cobb drives and is fouled again, this time by Podziemski. A lot more fouls here in this third quarter than the first 2 quarters, but Cobb was the guy that will draw fouls every single day, so we need him to knock down the free throws, which he does. Screen set by Williams. Keels can't cash in from deep. Dennis leaves it for Moore. He stuffs it all over the Time Lord. Just his second or third field goal of the game. Can we get him more involved and open things up for the entire starting 5? Here's Curry. Back to Keels. And Young swats it away. What a play. Dylan Young is playing so well. He really wants to make the starting 5. Last 30 days, there are 3 rookies in this game right now that are top 5 in scoring for the rookie class. Number 2 and 3 are Moore and Young, and the 4th player on that list is Mello Kills, who has been the best rookie on the court so far. The open look won't go for Buchanan, and now a chance for us to bring it back within 1 score again. Walker leaves it for Cobb, a foot inside the yard. Kia's been absolutely on fire. Hawkins in for Steph Curry. Drives it back out to Buchanan. Now it's Kuminga for the triple, which he rattles in. Just when we get within 1 bucket, the Warriors always have some kind of an answer. High ball screen set by Moore. Cobb leaves it for him right at the rim. Easy deuce. Kuminga from the elbow. Back out to Williams. He's going to hand it off to Keels. The floater is dropped in. Keels is playing lights out, man. He's got 18. Jump shots. No good this time from Kyle. That was a wide open look, but he can't hit all of them. Somebody else has to step up on the offensive end to give us a chance. Kuminga a few feet behind the line. Not going to go this time around. Another chance. Good pass. Young in the corner. No good. Good pass to Hawkins, but he missed it. Way to get back on defense by Cobb. Good hustle. It's still a 5-point game. 3.5 left to go in the quarter. Cobb in the paint. Working against Keels, but capped out. Dennis rises, but misses. Inside the paint. Back out to Keels. Left hook shots. It rattles out. Inside. And we turn the ball over. Moore just lost it. Stripped away by Williams. Fast break 3. Buchanan. No. They're giving us a chance. The door is open to come back in this game and retake the lead here. It's got to hit our shots. Walker, tough finish. Kuminga, baseline, a bucket, and foul. Man, this won't let us get back in the lead here. Kuminga's playing pretty well. 7 for 11 from the field. The free throw is good. And they lead by 6. Out to Cobb. Catch and shoot again. I mean, this guy is just unreal. He's going to have 40 by quarter's end. Out to Hawkins. Cobb picks him up. Now Buchanan has it against Rozier. Driving and fouled. We just got to get 2 or 3 stops in a row, but can't yet do it. First one no good, though, for Buchanan. He's not going to miss both, though, and the second one's good. Connects. Out to Cobb. Hawkins on him. He'll drive it into a foul against Robinson. More free throws coming up for JC. Front ends. Out. You got to hit the free throws. If they're going to miss, we got to hit them. Back in from Cobb. Good. Driving. Hawkins back out. Good defense by the Aztecs. And the three is going to count. Despite the loose ball foul. Guarded by Kuminga. Cobb just goes right at him, but left it short. Tough defense by the Warriors the last couple trips down. And now the quarter coming to a close here. Kuminga has it in the paint. Lost his dribble and still finishes despite Wiseman draped all over him. Cobb steps into an open look and drills it once again. Can somebody else just hit their shots and give us a chance? Cobb definitely has over 40 by now. Here's Kuminga over Yabusele. He missed it despite no hand being up. Lucky break. And there's pretty much no shot clock left. Cobb was open, but Wiseman just missed him before that last pass. What do we do here on the final play of the quarter? Cobb's gonna drive, pull up, and missed it. And the Warriors are holding on to a lead through 3. 87-82. We're still right there with them, but so far they've been in control. Well, here we go. The fourth quarter's underway. Still no field goals for Connect. Cobb's off the floor, so somebody else has to step up. Wiseman tracks down the bad lob attempt and puts it in for 2. All right, one score game. Need a couple of stops to open this fourth quarter. But Robinson is going to have some free throws instead. Just late reaction time by Wiseman. Just let Robinson get behind on there. And if we can't just put like 3 or 4 stops together, we're not going to win this game. Especially with Steph Curry off the floor. We got to take advantage of that. Robinson goes 1 for 2. They have missed like 40% of their free throws. We got to take advantage of that too and hit our own and hit a couple of threes. Like this one. Rozier can't though, and it goes the other way. Hawkins leaves it. Robinson has a mismatch and tips his own miss back in. Screen comes up for Connects. Now he finds the open man. Rozier from the corner laces it from deep to cut their lead in half. Stewart now in the game for Golden State. He fires and missed it. Good box out by Wiseman. Rozier. Good penetration, but good defense by Golden State. Connects. Another miss. He's 0 for 7. From the elbow now, it's Winston. Working on Connects. Lost his dribble. Back out to Hawkins. Time counting down. Can we get a stop? Hawkins fades and hits. Are you serious? Good high screen sets. We nearly turn the ball over, but instead Wiseman will corral the loose change and put it in. He's got 10. He's been good offensively for us off the bench. Two-man game here with Stewart and Robinson. The shot's not going to go. It's tipped out to Christie. A 3 could tie it up. Yabusele. Baseline. And he lost it. It's turned over. Buchanan turns the ball over and gives it right back. Yabusele able to track it down. Coming off a screen, Rozier. Back to Yabusele. He fires the triple, and it rattles out. It's been Rozier and Cobb from downtown. That's about it for us. Nobody else has shot very well on their jump shots. It's been a quiet day for Dennis, a quiet day for Kylan Moore. Winston can't lay it in, but got it back for 2. Rozier feeds it to Wiseman right down the lane. Great pass. Good pick and roll. We're still keeping pace, but we have to outpace them to win this ball game. Winston behind the back, guarded by Connects. Time counting down. He's going to have to shoot. The shot's no good. Another chance. They're giving us plenty of chances here to get back in this game. It's down to 1. James Wiseman having a strong start to this fourth quarter. Good assist there by Max Christie. And we've got 3 players about to check back in the game once there's a dead ball. But we have only 3 timeouts, not going to use them just yet. Winston through the traffic. Got it to go. Rozier drives, tries to hand it back out to Yabusele. It's going to stay with the Aztecs, though. That was off a defender. That will give us a chance to bring in Young, Moore, and David Dennis. Have to wait a minute or 2 more to see Cobb come back in, but Steph back on the courts for Golden State. Can we find a good look and also knock it down? Dennis shuffles it to Wiseman. They can't stop him. Half the quarter left to play now. Buchanan fires over Young. It rattles out. Here's our chance. This play right here has to go through the baskets, through the hoop. We will have our first lead since the first half. Christie to Wiseman. He pump fakes, goes up over Williams, and that's his first miss in quite a while at the worst possible time. Screen set by Williams. Curry into a shot. It rattles out. Up to Moore for the lead. He got it. Buchanan leaves it. Curry will put the Warriors back on top immediately. They got Melo Keels at the scores table, about to come back in. We got Cobb connect, and we've got Jarris Walker out there too. 2 straight dunks for Kylan Moore, and now we're tied. 10 lead changes, 5 ties. We have watched some fantastic games here in year 4, folks. They have all been competitive. This one, no difference. Kuminga for the lead. Missed it, and Dennis pulls it down. Gonna let everything play out as it may. Not going to call a timeout just yet. Moore attacks the mismatch, but Kuminga with a great low post stop. Off the screen, Curry fades. That one just barely off the mark. Now under 4 to go. David Dennis. Backing down Steph Curry. Spinning, firing, and hitting. Kuminga drives and is fouled. That will let us bring in the rest of our starting 5. The free throws can tie things up. Kuminga has been, not very good here at the line. He's been like 3 for 5 or so. And does get the lucky bounce on both here on this stint. 101 apiece, 3.5 to play. Anybody's game. Dennis with it. Off the screen. Has a good look, but can't drain it. And the rebound goes to Williams. Lob for Kuminga! Skyward! Cobb will drive it, but misses the lay-in over Podziemski. He's got 40 plus, but has yet to score here in the 4th. Here's Keels with the ball behind the arc. Got the roll. 5-point lead for Golden State. He has been so damn good. Just got to call a play that gets somebody wide open. Or just turn the ball over instead. Podziemski picks Cobb's pocket, but he's blocked on the other side. Way to make up for it. 2 minutes left. Can we climb back and steal another game on the road? Cobb with it, up and under, rejected by Kuminga. A bucket here might seal the deal for Golden State. Keels with the dagger, it's off. Lucky break, that was a great look. It's still a 5-point game. Don't have to force anything, but you got to get a good look here and knock it down. Dennis to Walker, a foot on the line. He missed it. Oh, man. We can't buy a bucket. Got to get a couple more stops. Curry is going to have some free throws. He's not going to miss these, man. He's just not going to miss them. MVP chance for Steph. Okay, never mind. He's 2 for 4. Did not expect that whatsoever. He's got 27 points here in this one. It's not over yet, but every time we don't score, our chances go down a lot. Cobb will have free throws to answer. He's got to hit both. You can't miss a single one the rest of the way. And he does! Both teams have been just really inconsistent at the line. And Cobb, 1 for 2 again. It's still a 5-point game, but now we're going to have to hope for some real help in terms of luck. Curry to Williams, blocked! It's Kylan Moore with the stuff. We gotta go fast. Behind the bucket. We lob it for Walker. Moore tracks it down. Walker has it now. Shot clock under 10. Cobb drives. Bucket and foul. Podziemski will put us in the bonus. 2 defenders there. Cobb hits the reverse. Huge play late. He's got 45. And the free throw is good. 2-point game. You don't have to foul. Just get a stop and take the last shot. Curry with it. Spinning over Dennis. He got it. A big clutch shot by Chef Curry. It's a 4-point Golden State lead. 22 seconds left. You gotta hit a 3 and hit it fast. Cobb's got it. He finds Dennis. Moore's gonna fire the 2 and hit it, but will that be enough? They're pretty much banking on a free throw miss. They're gonna put Podziemski at the line. This crowd's on their feet. Here in Golden State, the first one's gonna drop in. The back end for Podziemski is good as well. We have no timeouts left. You gotta go fast. Dennis to Walker, just jacking up a deep shot. No good. Moore, you gotta go up with it. Cobb to Dennis to Walker. Another one. This time it's good. There's 1 second left. But I think we're out of time. A timeout is called by Golden State, but we have to foul. We cannot advance the ball. We pretty much just gotta hope that we can win off of like a full court 3. That's all we can do. MVP chance again for Steph Curry. Front end, good. Back end, good. 3-point game. You got to hit the full court shot. Dennis. Way off the mark. And the Warriors hang on to win a tightly contested game. That's our first showcase loss of the season. And it breaks our 4-game win streak. That is a pretty crucial result for the playoff seeding. Behind 31 points by Steph Curry and 26 and 13 from Kuminga, 21 for Melo Keels. And the Warriors are able to hang on and win by 3. We had our chances here, but did not take advantage. They played way better defense than we did throughout the game. Great help defense. They blocked some key shots towards the end. We had a couple of stupid turnovers. And despite 47 points from John Cobb, going 15 for 28 from the field, 10 for 14 from downtown, we still lose. Kylan Moore got going late, but it was not enough. Wiseman gave us 16 points off the bench, but just too many mistakes, a few too many turnovers. Only had 8 total in the game, but those did also cost us. And, they had a lot more free throws than we did. They had 25 to our 12. We fouled them way too much. And those were the key difference makers here in this game. We had better bench points. We had more assists. We controlled the paint better. We had more fast break points, but they had more second chance points, all those offensive rebounds. We did not. But considering that Connect went, 0 for 7, I'm going to have to bench him, dude. We can't keep him in our starting 5 if he's not going to play well. We got to give somebody else a chance, and that's going to be Dylan Young. He's going to come in to play for us the rest of the year as a starting 5 member, and that's going to That's how it's going to have to be. And that drops us to 6th place with the loss because the Spurs have played 2 more games than we have. So right now they're ranked higher than we are. They have secured a play-in tournament spot, as has Dallas and Portland, but we have yet to do so. We have the Thunder and Jazz, both 2 games behind us. We have to outplay them to hold on to our current seed. Again, we have that last game on the road against Portland to close the year. Got a couple games until then. I think I'm going to sum our next 3 games and see where we're at and go from there. We have now lost 4 straight games, starting with that loss against Golden State. But luckily, the Jazz and Thunder have not played much better. But the Jazz are only a half game behind us. But we have a game in hand on them. The Thunder are a 1 game back with the same games played as we do right now. But we got to get things back on track here, man. Had a 4-game win streak, now a 4-game losing streak. And we're in trouble. We lost against the Kings by 4. 24 for Cobb, 19-6 for Dennis. Dylan Young, 5 for 8. Connect, 4 for 5. Rozier, 4 for 10. Christie, 0 for 1 here in this game. But 2 players dropping 20 plus for the Kings. We lose another game against a team that's not very good. They are nearly 20 games below 500. You cannot lose games like that. We also lost against the Spurs by 6. 2 close losses despite a big 4th quarter by us. Jalen Duren with 24 points. Wemby with 14, 8, 7, 3, and 2. Just a big day for him across the board. 26 for Moore, 20 for John Cobb. Good shooting day for Connects. Young, 3 for 8. Walker, 2 for 9. Walker's not shot very well this year from the fields. You can say that much. And we got blown out by the Pelicans, who have beaten us in almost every game this season. 25 and 11 for Cobb. 15 for Moore, but 35 for Zion, 20 plus for Trey Mann and Ingram. And we just got killed. These next 2 games on a back-to-back against Philly and Minnesota, these are 2 bad teams. We have to win these 2 games. And we're going to sim through them, see what happens. We lose the first, win the second. We're still number 6 in the conference. Now a game up on the Thunder and Jazz again with the same number of games played. So luckily they have not played very well, but now we are 2.5 games back from the Spurs. We pretty much are fighting for the 6th spot as of right now with 5 games left. We somehow lose by 23 though against Philadelphia. 29 for Joel Embiid. 20 for Kylan Moore, but poor shooting days for Cobb and David Dennis and Dylan Young and Connect and Jarris Walker. We shoot 38% en route to a blowout loss against a team just like the Kings, about 20 games below 500. And now against Minnesota, we beat them by 18 points, behind 24 for Young, 21 for Cobb, and 19 for David Dennis. 5 games left on the year. What game should we watch? Probably the game against Portland, I would have to assume. But the game against Phoenix might be more important because that might be a game where we can secure the playoff spot. We're going to sim our next game against Dallas, and we lose it by 7 points. And now we have the same record as the Jazz, but we have the tiebreaker. The Thunder are still a game back, but now it's between us and the Jazz. And we are just not playing good basketball right now. 29 for Cole Anthony, 22 for Kyrie Irving, 27 for Cobb, 24 for Moore, 4 blocks for Moore as well, but we just don't shoot quite as well. And we just have been bad since the All-Star break, simply put. And 3 out of our last 4 games will be against Western Conference teams, 2 of which are top 4 and have already secured playoff seeds. We could still beat the Spurs out in theory, but we would have to win out. They would have to lose out for us to make it as the 5. So we're going to send one more game against the Celtics, and then we will decide where to go next episode. The Celtics are 28-51. They are bad, but we have not played well against bad teams the last couple months. Gonna sim through it, and we do win the game. The Spurs have secured the 5, but the Jazz also won. We have to win out to make sure that we can win the 6th seed, or else we're going to be in the play-in tournament come season's end. We beat them by only 9 points, 26-10 for Tatum in the loss, 23 for Cobb on 22 shot attempts, 20 for Dennis, 4 other guys in double figures, but we got the win. That's all that matters. Now we have games against the Warriors and Suns at home, and then against the Blazers in Portland on the final game of the season. So we can't even secure the seed with a win against the Warriors. So we're going to sim this game against the Warriors because I don't want to watch them back to back. It's going to be the Suns or Portland or both next time around, and we're just going to find out where things lie. We lose by 4 against the Warriors, and the Jazz won their game. We lose by 4. 23-10 for Kylan Moore. Cobb goes 3 for 13. Buchanan leads the way for the Warriors. Despite Curry and Kuminga not shooting well, they still win in overtime, no less, by only 4 points. The Suns are 20 games below 500. Portland is the 4th seed. 2 games left. We'll see what happens next time around. Now, a quick look at the prospects in this next draft class. The unanimous first overall pick at 18 years old, 6'1", from Colorado is Darius Williams. He's got no ceiling comparison, but it is Hall of Fame and a floor of Tony Parker. He can pretty much create his own shots. He looks very smooth and is very athletic and is a very skilled mid-range shooter, but cannot reliably finish once he gets to the rim. He's got B- inside scoring, B mid-range shooting, decent three-point shooter, good playmaker, outside defender, great athletes, IQ in a pretty good starting place. And he's going to be like an 80 overall coming out of the draft with 20 badges. 20 badges. Now, they're all bronze, but that is a lot. That is a great foundation for a franchise player. Again, we have no draft pick, so not going to spend too much time looking at these players. You got Xavier Green. He's got 6 badges from Ohio State, a 6'6" forward, can play guard as well, 19 years old. And it looks like he is a good slasher, inside scorer. Shooting needs work, but has a good foundation. Great athletes. IQ, not so much. He's got only a Robert Horry ceiling and a James Posey floor. So he's going to be a starter, but he won't be much better than that. Then you've got Corey Carter from UNC, a 6'5" guard, 19 years old. A Richie Guerin ceiling and floor, but it's Hall of Fame and starters. So he's pretty much Richie Guerin, but reincarnated, but he's got a high ceiling and a high floor. So a good pick regardless of who takes him. Good finisher, good defender, can steal the ball on occasion, has questionable basketball IQ though. Offense and scoring does need some work, but a fantastic athlete, high potential, 16 badges by the way. So you can pretty much mark him down as a pretty good draft pick. And he's got work ethic as well. You've got Marquise White, the top center in the class, 10 badges for him. About a 75 overall out of Baylor. And he's got a Pau Gasol ceiling and floor, starter and bench. So does not have the highest potential in the world. Good leaper, can crash the boards and help you out on the glass if you need it. Pretty good inside scorer, Good rebounder, good post defender, fantastic athletes. You've got Ivan Jukic out of Croatia. Really solid offensive skills. Defense, not so much. Another great athlete with some solid potential. No badges for him, though, and a Tyrone Corbin starter ceiling and a bench floor. Grant Parks is a 4-badge defensive anchor with a starter and bench floor of Kurt Rambis. And his offense is not very good out of the gate, but he is a great low post defender and rebounder, plus a solid athlete. But again, these low ceiling players definitely leave a lot to be desired. Trey Mitchell is a 22-year-old player out of Villanova. He's 6'6", and is a good mid-range shooter, good athlete, poor defender, at least on the ball, and has bailout, deadeye, glove, shifty shooter, a starter ceiling, a bench floor. So, not many players in this draft class with high ceilings. You've got Gonzalez here out of Rhode Island, a Terry Teagle ceiling and floor. A lot of these guys have the same ceiling and floor compared to our past couple of classes. And good three-point shooter, good playmaker, good athletes, but the ceiling's not very high. You've got Ethan Brooks, good offensive skills out of the gates. Why does he look like that? I'm going to have to change how he looks because I feel like he should not be. I don't think he should be a white guy with that haircut. Let me just say that much. You look through his profile, he's got 9 badges and work ethic and a Steve Kerr ceiling, a Lou Williams floor. Is there anybody else with a ceiling higher than starter? Does not look. Oh, there is Elijah Hayes here. Tom Gugliotta, all-star ceiling. Anybody else? You know what? I'm kind of glad we don't have a pick in this draft because these picks don't seem too promising. You got J.D. Johnson, who's got an all-star ceiling, but the vast majority of these picks don't seem to be good future selections. But that will do it, guys. We are not playing our best basketball, and now we have lost out on the top 5 seeds, and now we have an uphill climb to get back in the running for the 60 with 2 games left on the year. 2 games left. We're 3-7 in our last 10 games. I thought we had things back on track with that 4-game win streak, but ever since the loss against Golden State, we've gone back down to being a pretty bad team. And we have a lot of things to fix, a lot of things to work on, and if we can't win out, then we're not going to win the 6th seed at all. Well, I can't see who they face next, but the last several games, they have been putting up some monster offensive numbers. 134 or more in their last 3 games. Their last game below 120 was in a loss against the Kings like over a week ago. So they are hot offensively. And we'll see what happens to close the year next time around, guys. Been a tough, second half of the year since the All-Star break, but we still have a chance. We'll see what shakes out next time. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, leave your feedback down below, and I guess we'll find out what happens to end year 4 next time, guys. Take care and have a great day.